Mr. Krishna. Not only that, here in Suzuka it is 5.821 kilometer. The track is pretty long for Underbone category. One that they have to really make sure that their bike in a good balance, condition, setup and everything. And then it comes the physical part. They have to be very fit with the stamina to go through that long for 6 times of the lap in order for them to win the race. So here, not only the bike, not only the rider, the physique, but the stamina of the rider is also important here in Suzuka. You have to concentrate for the next 6 laps and do exactly the same thing here in very demanding track. Here is Ahmad Fadli Sham, the former champion of Underbone category in Malaysia, and also with a long list of record here for Ahmad Fadli Sham, 81 points for this year. And he won once in Malaysia in race 2 in Sepang during round 1. And Ahmad Fadli Sham also a former champion of the Malaysian Cup Prix and in Asia Road Racing as well in the category Underbone 125cc back in 2004 and 2005.
And he'll be sharing first row of the grid with his teammate Effendi Rosley.
Yeah.
Rosley was leading for a while, and you look at how Effendi's really got on in race number in Malaysia. He came 4th and 2nd. That's been the high point of his season so far. He'll be looking to try to regain some of the form that he showed in Sepang here in Japan, and being on the podium is a good start. A real drive for these guys, because you're working all the way. Ahmed Fazli Sham on pole, Effendi and Gupita Krishna. He'll be there or thereabouts, I've got no doubts whatsoever. They're the front row of the grid. Amrul Arif and Fernando Herdiam and Cristianto ostensibly meant to be on the second row. We'll have a little look for Cristianto. Vodapong, who did win a race earlier on this season, Ahmad Fazrul and Razaiman will be on row number 3. They're posting times around about 2:46, 2:47. Norizman Ismail will be looking to pick up points to improve his championship challenge. At the moment, in terms of the Asia Dream Cup, Norizman is not as high up the standings as he really should be. He's 3rd at the moment with 73 points, but he's a long way off the lead. Tiger Hada and the second rider from Indonesia in the Faito team will complete the 5th row. Fernando and Hockey Cristianto, who's an absentee. We are off in the Underbone 130cc, and different lines being taken. That's an interesting line, and it looks to be a successful line has been taken by Mohammed Effendi Rosley, although just sweeping in is Ahmed Fazli Sham, and so Fazli will lead going round this first corner. It's as we were on the podium, 1, 2, 3. Ahmed Fazli Sham leads, Effendi second, Gupita is in 3rd.
Well, it's a clean start for everybody and a good start for the 2 PETRONAS Honyong Yamaha riders in front. Ahmad Fadli Sham and Effendi Rosley. I was thinking that what type of strategy that they will play, being they are the top 2 riders on the grid. And as we have now, they are still in front there, leading the race. I think we have the 2 current Metro riders now going to in front, and I believe that will be Norizman Ismail. Yes, it's Norizman Ismail, number 4.
Indeed it is. Norizman, well, he's just backing up, so he's moved into 3rd place as Norizman.
Like I said, experience will play a very important part in a track like this, and Norizman, as we know, also a very experienced rider. We have one rider that is Effendi Rosley, that taking a very different racing line from the others.
Well, he took exactly the same at the start of the podium, and it's actually worked really well for him, because he's actually taken the lead as Effendi Rosley.
Yes, still in front is number 36. Yes, that is Effendi Rosley with his former teammates behind him.
Well, full use of the track. As you say, it is a wide circuit, so there's plenty of opportunity. And now then, straight line speed as they come into this long left-hand corner, the spoon curve as they call it, and it's Norizman who has actually taken the lead. And Norizman is riding this circuit as if he's been riding it all of his life, when it'll only be the first time he's really seen the full circuit, Norizman. And as he takes the lead, he's then overtaken by Fazli Sham. So straight line speed belongs to the Malaysian PETRONAS Yamahas.
this is only 6 laps for the race. But now we have Ahmad Fazli Sham. Fazli Sham, briefly we see he's trying to get past his teammate, but still we have Fendi Rosli in front.
Those front three are rapidly changing as they approach this brutal chicane, as you say, down into second or first gear. All safely through.
For the underbone category, it is first gear at the last chicane, and now they have we had a battle
through the start-finish line
place.
for the first time. It's a 6-lap race. We have Ahmed Fazli Shan leading from Effendi. Nur Isman Ismail third. Harder has come up into fourth. Gupita fifth. Izad Zaidi is in sixth. Amrul Arad 7 and Ahmed Fazrul 8th. But as always with the underbone, it's so tightly congested that you don't really read too much into the positions at the end of lap number 1.
I was about to say that this is the underbone category, so early part that we're going to have a large group like this, and similar to the road bicycle race, the peloton that we have in front. So one of them will pull the other riders in a group, and we're going to have that until the very last lap of the race. That is the usual case in other circuits, but not really sure how they're going to tackle Suzuka this time around.
Yes, it's a challenge mentally as much as physically for the riders here in the Underbone 130. It is Ahmed Fazli who is second. In fact, he's just taken the lead. In fact, Gupita Krishna's come from nowhere to actually take a little bit of control. The championship leader, Gupita Krishna from India, as they come round the Degna curve. That sharp right under the bridge, and it is Gupita Krishna who leads going into that sharp left-hander, and again tightly congested. And as soon as you're in the lead, that you're back down into third or fourth.
Yeah, it was Gupita at the moment, at one brief moment. Then now we have Effendi Rosli, and also that is Effendi 146. That is Fazli Sham, Ahmad Fazli Sham, and 93 Rozaiman's side is there now. The second.
And Harder is up there as well, the Japanese. So
that's Harder.
Harder second, Fazli Sham first. Izad Zaidi has come out from the middle of the pack to put in a little bit of a challenge. So it's all changed. 5 laps to go. This is a 6-lap race. We've been through one. Lapping 2:47.677. Rocky Cristianto was a non-starter. Fastest lap. Oh, look at Vorapang, a long way down.
Yeah, he's in the pit right now. He must have a problem with his bike. And
so Fazli Sham leads the way. Harder is in second, and that's Izad Zaidi who's up into third place with Gupita, as always, just hanging on the coattails of the leaders. That's his tactic throughout the whole season. Although, to be honest, with Gupita there, you hang on too late and you drop down to 7th, and Gupita lost 3 places going through the chicane. As we have a new leader, Izad Zaidi will lead going into the start of lap number 3.
Wow, this is the first time Izad Zaidi is leading the race. And I was just now trying to talk about Tiger Hana, who started the race 13 on the grid, and he was leading the race for a brief moment just now, but now down to third. Is all up to Fazli Sham once again in front, leading the race, and now he's being pushed by.
Well, Izad and Fazli Sham are just swapping the lead there. They're getting a little bit close to each other. Harder keeping his distance. Gupita up into 4th place, as is his wont. The championship leader shifting on the bike. They work ever so hard around that S curve. It's left, right, sharp left. And then it's a long left, and it's Izad Zaidi trailing Ahmed Fazli Sham, and Harder still holding on in 3rd place with Gupita Krishna in 4th. 4 laps to go, Underbone 130cc. Your predictions, Harmy, how's this going to go?
It's really hard to say right now, because I think this is anyone's race, and any one of them can win the race, and what we see at the moment. But there's still Ahmad Fazli Sham in front, so he has the advantage in the race. But Tiger Hada, well, he's really wants to do well here in Suzuka, to win the race in front of his home crowd. Normally we're going to have a battle between the Malaysian and Indonesian riders, but now we have one Japanese rider leading the race, and then we have a group of Malaysian riders following Tiger Harder behind.
Well, it's Harder who's in the lead. Izzat Zaidi, he's hardly put any form in so far this season. Where the heck has Izzat Zaidi come from? Because he's taken the lead. 4 laps to go as Fadli Sham goes past Harder. Talk to me about Izzat Zaidi. Where's he come from?
Izzat Zaidi is doing pretty well in Malaysia in the Malaysian Cup Prix in Underbone 130 category, so the Underbone category. So I think that he's now getting comfortable with the Asia Road Racing Underbone 130 and doing pretty well here this weekend.
Well, on the long straight though, he's just been swamped, overcome. He was first and now he's down to 7th. That is how quickly fortunes can change in Underbone 130cc on that long straight, the west straight, as they come in towards the nasty chicane. Harder leads into the chicane, so Harder leads. Amiral Arif has come from nowhere to come into 2nd place, so it'll be the Japanese Harder, the 15-year-old, who goes through the line with 3 laps to go. Let's just get confirmation. Yes, it is. As they go through, Harder, Amiral, Effendi, Fazli Sham, Rozaiman up into 5th, Philando 6th, and Izzat Zaidi, who was in the lead for so long in that lap, down to 7th. My word, how congested can it get?
Well, I said about Rozaiman that he won the race before when he started the race from the back of the grid. So now he's currently 5th in that group just now. Now we have, he's still behind number 63 is his teammate Amirul Arif Musa, who was first and second after the starting line, now down to 3rd with the 2 PETRONAS Honda Yamaha riders back in front.
Effendi it is who leads the way. As they come up the hill, there's beginning to, I was going to say it's getting stretched. It's not getting stretched at all. If anything, it's getting even more congested. Fazli Shas is in 2nd place as Harder coming up the hill retakes the lead, the 15-year-old, as they come round the sharp Degner curve, that sharp right under the bridge. So it will be Harder in the lead. Tiger Harder, the 15-year-old from Japan. As we look again at Gupita Krishna, always seems to lose out at this section of the track, Gupita Krishna, but then he comes back into contention.
I thought I saw some smoke coming up from one of the bike. I hope there's not anything wrong with the bike. Yeah, I think it's number. Yeah, it's Fazlul Sham. So it's not really. Yeah, there's some smoke coming out from the back of his bike.
Definitely blowing and losing an awful lot of time.
That could be. If it's a problem, it could be dangerous for him and also for other riders on the track. But it is. I think he still gets a green light to continue the race. I think it's still okay with 3 laps to go. We look at in front, it's going to be difficult because it is a wide track, so they have their own racing line and everybody is trying to protect themselves. You cannot make any move in
it's
front
Effendi
of
who leads the way. Effendi as they approach the chicane in close attendance. We've got Izzat Zaidi, who's got himself back into contention. In fact, Izzat Zaidi will go into the chicane in the lead. Izzat Zaidi leads. Amiral Arif will come out 2nd. So the Yamaha at the tail end of the pacey part of this course, he's really got the bit between his teeth. So it will be Izzat Zaidi in P1 ahead of Amiral. Effendi, Fazli Sham, Philando and Harder, who was first, now moves to 6th. And again, we have the variation of lines as they come into the first curve.
We have 11 riders there now, less than a second between them. That's how close is all the riders. And well, surprised to see that Norisman is losing at the back of this group. So we have only 10 riders in this group now, with Izzat Zaidi leading the race, followed closely by the 2 PETRONAS Honda Yamaha. As I said before, stamina and it's very important here in the Suzuka. So
is Izzat Zaidi good enough to hold on, Harmy? That's my question to you. Is the bike good enough? Is he strong enough?
I think he's strong enough, and his bike also is good enough, so it's up to him now. But but then again, it's not that easy because he has all the experienced rider around him.
As we speak,
yes.
Izzat Zaidi has dropped a long way back. He either missed a gear or he's got some mechanical problems. But Izzat Zaidi, having had such a strong race, is actually pulling up and will be out of the reckoning. And so we are now back up to 36, Effendi, who leads the way. In fact, Effendi is taken by 63, Amiral Arif, also in that little group is harder. That's tough for Izzat Zaidi. He's dropped out the way. So Amiral Arif Musa leads the way on the team, on the Honda.
Now, I think because they are very close to each other, the last part of the track, the chicane, this is, well, it's Kazuki Masaki. Yes, Kazuki Masaki, I think, yeah, that is Kazuki.
It's not been a good meet so far for the Japanese racers unless Harder is able to do something about that. At the moment, though, Amiral Arif leads the way. It's in close attendance, Effendi and Ahmed Fazli Sham. Also in that little group is Harder. But Amiral Arif Musa leads as they come in towards 130R. In fact, Fazli Sham has taken the lead once again, and Amiral's dropped off, and Gupita Krishna, as always, just on the shoulder of the leading three.
Well, that is how they got to go through the last chicane. We'll see in the very last lap of the race to determine who will win this race, because they will go in first gear at very slow. And then
Gupita Krishna has overtaken everybody, and Gupita Krishna will lead going into the final lap. So it's Gupita, but he hasn't got the speed. Gupita will be second. The leader is Effendi.
Yamaha is very fast here, especially in the long straight, and they've proven themselves in the qualifying session yesterday. So they had the advantage, but Gupita, as you know, after the long straight, is always with Effendi's and Fazli Sham leading the race. So
fastest lap so far by Gupita Krishna. He's saving his best to last. At the moment, though, he is in third place, and Effendi is leading. Coming through in second is that Amiral, with Gupita dropping off the pace just a little bit. Although he's got the fastest lap, he's got about 4.5 kilometers to make up some time on the race leader, Mohammed Effendi.
We have now a Yamaha leading a Honda, so Honda Yamaha, and I'm sure that Amiral will want to win here, but this is track belongs to Honda. But we have Effendi Rosley in front right now. Amiral second, but it's hard to say because we still have a...
Well, Amiral has gone through again. Something has happened to Effendi Rosley there. He's dropped down into third spot, and Amiral Arif has taken the lead as they come under the bridge. Amiral Arif Musa on the T-Pro UZ Honda, and even he's now under pressure from Harda.
Yes, Harda now leading Amiral in front. So we have one Japanese rider and a Malaysian rider second, and two of them are using Honda for T-Pro UZ Honda team. So this is a good chance for the Honda riders to be on the podium, and for Charles Yuzi to see these two riders now leading the race. So it's Ahmad Fazlul is out of the race.
He was having troubles anyway, but this is Harda on bike 93 trailing 63. The two Hondas, as you say. This is Amiral Arif, who is in the lead as they come around the long spoon corner, and then down to the fastest part of the track. We are now into a thrilling finale. This is the fastest part of the track. Call it here. This is so tight.
Well, when it comes to a long straight, and we can see the Yamaha is back in front. Effendi Rosley and also Ahmad Fazli Sham.
In fact, Fazli Sham has leading going into this long left as they approach this chicane. The chicane is the final obstacle coming into the final straight. At the moment, it's Fazli Sham, although Amiral has taken him on the inside. Amiral, two casualties, one of whom is Gupita. The championship leader is off. So Gupita in trouble. In the meantime, over the start-finish line for the victory will be with so Fernando Herdian has taken advantage of all the confusion. Amiral Arif second, Rezaiman third, Harda fourth, Reza in the Faito fifth, Norizman sixth, and Gupita, having led going into the final chicane, he will end up in seventh place. But Fernando Herdian, nowhere to be seen, out of nowhere, chaos on the final chicane. You called that earlier, Harmy.
Yep.
Nobody would have predicted that one for Fernando.
No, didn't see it coming, you know. This is the confusion at the last chicane with Gopita Krishna and then also Ahmad Fazli Sham.
But here is the final result. On the Yamaha, Fernando. Amiral on the Honda ahead of Rosaiman and Harda. Just looking down, Nurizman 6th, Gupita 7th, Effendi 8th, having led so long. Ahmed Fazli Sham, that could really hurt him. In 9th, didn't finish. Izzat Zaidi also, he was leader for such a long time. Mazaki couldn't complete his heroics.